The rummage team get a shock under a truck in Dover.
Right pallet, yes.
And I could see a person's leg, a pair of jeans or something underneath the trailer. It's a bit shocking, really.
Officers receive a tip-off about cocaine smugglers in Bristol.
You pulled me in because of my appearance.
It had nothing to do with your appearance.
I'm afraid I think it was.
And officers board a vessel looking for cannabis in Cornwall.
It could be that there are firearms on board. Officers have met their death in doing this type of work before.
On his 12-hour night shift, Alex has stopped a truck carrying salad, which unusually doesn't have a date stamp. It's small mistakes like this which can catch out smugglers.
It's hard to see though from the paperwork, right? This paperwork's pretty duff here.
The state of the trailer makes Alex suspect it may have something to hide.
Look.
I'll try to look at this leg.
Yeah, okay.
It's to be a refurb. Well, not a very good one, but
We'll go drill it.
I'll open the base first.
Right. Okay, chef, we go to Rampa. Rampa? Yeah. You drive. No problem. No problem, chef. We go to Rampa.
The driver's annoyed at being delayed, claiming the delay will ruin his perishable salad and he won't get paid.
Okay, chef, we give you document.
But a trailer like this must be searched properly.
No problema. Stop pretend no problema. Okay, chef, we're going to take a look, yeah? So go to Rampa. But and the driver's attitude as well, you know, when I tried to direct him to the base, he's trying to tell me he's got to be in Birmingham by 8 o'clock in the morning. We all know what the traffic's like.
Smugglers use any space they can to evade customs detection. Alex has seen plenty of dodgy vehicles and thinks this may be yet another.
There's screws missing. I mean, it'd be a pretty obvious one, but stranger things have happened.
As the excitement builds amongst the team, in the bay next door, another team have made a shocking find.
Yeah, is it possible to get immigration to the base, please? Because I think illegal at the moment.
This team have just found a clandestine concealed underneath the vehicle.
You look from underneath the back of the lorry, just see a leg stick out.
We do not
The shocked driver appears to know nothing about the illegal stowaway, who's still hiding under the truck.
Well, I was just checking the floor of the trailer from back, and I was just shining my torch along the underneath the trailer, and I could see a person's leg, a pair of jeans or something underneath the trailer. It's just someone sitting on top of the axles. It's a bit shocking, really.
Illegal immigrants risking their lives in this way is frighteningly common. Officers manage to gently persuade the stowaway out of his freezing hiding place.
Get out that way.
I'll take.
That's it.
It's not too early. Well,
Yeah.
Well, beautiful pallet.
Right.
Fly pallet.
Yes.
Scared and cold, the man is surrounded and detained. Next, officers make sure he isn't going to pose a threat to them or himself.
you know, twice. I've just seen a knife.
Have we got one? Have we got a knife?
You have no weapon, knife?
No pistol?
That's okay.
No. Okay. Do I? No
A
problem.
detention notice will be issued by the immigration authorities, and then Group 4 will come detain the person until the immigration authorities actually can come and process him in the morning, which isn't too far away now.
It's a somber end to a long night, especially for this man and the driver.
You know, just shine my torch and everyone just knows it's a clandestine. We know it's an immigrant. When I say I've seen quite a few, so the driver's more shocked than me. And when we showed him, you could see he was quite upset, really.
The driver's truck appeared to be the perfect cover for this illegal immigrant, but his long journey will end in a night behind bars. Meanwhile, the angry behaviour of the driver on the other rummage bay means his truck will be x-rayed. Ben's team are now hopeful they too will find something.
I think that's the guy's attitude as well is not putting us off.
Also on the hunt for drugs, the RIB team are now set to search the suspicious yacht. Customs officers have the power to board and search any vessel, but sometimes this invasion of privacy can cause tensions. The cutter monitors the situation on board, whilst doing background checks on the yacht and its crew.
It's like a nice enough couple, don't they? They've got their life jackets on and life raft, dinghy.
Usually people are quite helpful and friendly, and they're quite pleased to see us.
and chat to us. Hopefully.
The sailors may look happy enough, but on board they're venting their frustrations at being boarded.
This is the second time this has happened to us. Yes.
Is this recently, is it?
Well, no, but some years ago. It was so intrusive. It took absolutely ages half the time, and we had a sticky passage.
Right.
We arrived at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Some flipping customers boat with all else to do.
That's it. I couldn't believe it. At that time in the morning. Well, like I say, it should only take a couple of minutes.
The RIB team do their best to calm the sailors, while the cutter checks for previous offences.
Come on. Thank you.
Hopefully it won't see you a lot. We weren't too happy about us going on board. They'd had a bad experience with customers before, and they were fine by the time we left. Obviously, you're boarding a yacht, and these people live on those yachts for days and days at a time, so they've got all their personal possessions and everything out there and below. You've got to be careful when you're going into somebody else's home like that. So they were happy enough when we left. So.
The search may have been an inconvenience, but officers must take action if they see something that fits the profile of a smuggler. But most customs work comes from intelligence leads. In Gatwick, the intelligence unit has identified 2 suspects returning from Trinidad, and the officers are waiting for them. The suspects have been ignoring each other for the whole flight.
He's looking round.
This is behaviour often associated with smugglers.
Just behind the barrier. The guy in the khaki, he was looking around a hell of a lot when he came down here.
Yeah, he was.
Or while he's been down there. But disassociated from all of their travel until now. Yeah, this is our 2 coming. Yeah, sir. Hi. Where are you from today?
Pardon?
You in from Barbados?
Port of Spain.
Port of Spain. Okay. Can I have a quick word? Are you travelling with anybody at all?
Yes, I am.
Okay. You come on over for both.
Go on, let's just get it over and done with. Go on, strip the bags down.
Is this your luggage?
Go for it. Knock yourselves out.
Yeah. Is this your luggage?
Just knock yourself out. That's mine. Help yourself.
And that one's yours, is it?
Yep.
Okay. Did you pack all this luggage yourselves?
Yes, I did.
That's great. Has anybody given you anything to bring into the country?
No.
Okay, and you understand some things are not allowed here, drugs-wise, of course.
Really?
Okay.
Like what?
All right,
Help me
that's
out.
great. Cannabis and all the rest.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Not allowed that here, no?
No, that's right. Okay, come on over.
The bag swab on the man in beige gives a hit for
So if
cocaine.
there's any traces of a test for cocaine and heroin?
That's right, a bad.
No, it's not worth it. If that's a true, I'll call authorities to rub him down. Yeah, no problem at all.
The man in black also gives a high score for cocaine. It looks like the intelligence may prove correct.
No, there's one final thing that we'd like to do.
Which is?
Search a person.
Sure, you didn't take my word for it, no?
Well, unfortunately, much as we might like to, we've got to be 100% certain.
In Dover, the salad truck with a suspicious floor is about to be x-rayed.
Yeah, we're just doing lots of scanning, 'cause obviously a load like that we're trying to get into without ruining it really. Or certainly some anyway, so just the other scanning, hopefully they'll clear it or not.
The delayed driver's behaviour is the other reason they decided to scan the lorry.
The driver's attitude isn't doing himself any favours at the moment still, so... And obviously, although we've done the outsides and looked at the structure of the vehicle, it's always handy to have a second opinion, so, which is what this kind of gives us.
The team were initially convinced this was going to be a job, but it's looking like the team who found the illegal immigrant have had all the excitement for tonight.
No, it's like watercress or something like that, so it's very live. Well, the rest of it is, I don't know.
The scan quickly shows that the floor is clean and the cargo of salad can be on its way. Alex and Ben send the driver away reasonably happy, advising him to allow more time in future. The officers then go back out to stop their next customer. Drug smuggling through airports is big business for organised gangs. Today, customs have a tip-off that passengers carrying cocaine will be arriving in Bristol from Amsterdam.
We've already had a word with immigration. Once they've been pointed out, we've got 2 officers that are ready to do the arrest.
With no idea what they look like, John's team are hoping to get a point out from immigration and will then stop and search the suspects.
30s.
The lady has got an address in Holland and an address in the US, but we think they're both UK nationals. Basically, you can smuggle drugs in anything. We've had it in baby's milk powder, in tins of fruit, in tins of vegetables, meat even. They just adapt and improve their techniques, and we've got to make sure that we keep up with that and find it and keep it off the streets.
It turns out the female passenger is an American national, and the answers she gives to immigration's questions are already revealing lies.
The woman with the orange jacket on was sat down behind immigration, or in front of immigration. That's the woman.
She's staying with him at this address, travelling alone.
Super. I've got to go just in case he goes through. That's brilliant.
The passengers have split up, but an immigration officer at passport control identifies the suspect and gives John and Erica a discreet nod. The tip-off was that the passengers are bringing in cocaine. The lies at passport control are suspicious, but John needs to find the evidence or they'll be free to go.
Do you want me?
Hello, sir. Customs. You travelling on your own today? Who are you travelling with?
Well, my girlfriend, she's still the other side. She's an American citizen, so she's been held up there for a minute.
Oh, right, okay. And is this all your luggage?
That's hers, that's mine. And this is mine.
Okay. So why have you picked your girlfriends up then?
I have been polite.
Right, okay. You just want to come through with me then? And does she live with you full time, or is she just here on vacation?
She's here visiting.
Okay, have you got a ticket for your flight?
The man's admission that he's travelling with his girlfriend contradicts her story at immigration, and the route they've flown sounds like an attempt to avoid customs attention.
And you've come in from Amsterdam. Were you anywhere before Amsterdam?
Yep, Texas, Frankfurt, and Chicago.
So how long have you been out of the UK?
Since Thursday.
Sort of. Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married.
All right, when did you get married?
Friday.
Well, do you ever use any drugs?
No.
No? What about your girlfriend?
No. I've done in the past, but I decided to get my act together.
Do you still smoke then, or not?
No, the ball day.
Well, you're completely clean. You must have a vice.
The female passenger has been interviewed by immigration and can now be searched by customs.
From Dallas to Frankfurt, Germany.
Right.
And then Frankfurt, Germany to Amsterdam. And then Amsterdam to
here.
Bristol.
Right.
Their flight plans match up, but the woman is very nervous.
I really have to pee. Is there some point, does somebody want to go with me to the bathroom? I just gotta pee. Is
Yeah.
you gonna watch me pee? I just gotta go.
Because the woman is possibly carrying drugs, Erica must accompany her to the toilet.
Okay.
But it turns out to be just nerves. And John's bag search has also turned up nothing.
It was looking really good because the woman at immigration said that she's on her own. He came down, started fiddling with his mobile to text her, picked up her bag and brought her bag through, where she was still at immigration. After, he may not have known that she had said that she was on her own.
You finished the bags?
Yeah, I'll do some testing.
The last thing to do is swab the bags for drugs. If this comes up negative, John will be forced to let the suspects go. Back in Gatwick, the officers are body searching the two targets whose bags gave high readings for cocaine.
You just turn around, raise your arms out the side.
What did your friend do?
Is he okay? He seems a bit jumpy.
He's just a blocker.
Is he? He's not hyperactive at the moment for a reason. He hasn't been using on the plane, is there, or something like that?
I'm told.
If you want to wait here for your buddy, I should imagine he'll get searched as well soon. I understand his bag's given a reading for cocaine as well.
Told you before. What that one was all about suspecting. Like, if someone can see it, you say, well,
I guess. Yeah. That's why he found a trace. I told him, I said the reason he found a trace in the laptop is because I was sitting there, do a bit and play on my laptop.
What's he saying? He's been out for a holiday.
Been out there for a holiday. He's used coke and cannabis, which is why the high traces of coke on the laptop bag. And there you go. He's been well turned out whilst he was over there, and he knew that he was being stopped on the way back.
Do you fancy him for internal talk?
No, I don't think so.
Well, okay. Let's get him on the way.
Yeah.
Right.
The intelligence that they're involved with drugs was correct. But personal use abroad isn't a matter for UK customs, and the search for smugglers will have to continue.
There's a sense of anti-climax, because, I mean, you're looking for the gear and it's not there. But, yeah, next time.
Successful drug seizures at sea are often triggered by foreign surveillance aircraft who alert British customs when a suspicious vessel is headed for UK waters.
In February 2000, we became alerted to suspicious activity by the French Customs Service, who had been patrolling the western fringes of the Bay of Biscay. They did some basic checks, as they do in all vessels, and found out that it had been registered from Panama. They also noticed that there was a number of items on board which appeared to be barrels, which they thought was a little bit unusual. They got in quite close to it, and I think as a result of that, the vessel turned off its GPS, which the French thought a little bit unusual. They were suspicious of that. The vessel was heading towards the UK mainland.
Immediately, the French alerted the British cutters.
We were very fortunate in that we had quite a number of cutters who were actually in South Coast ports at the time, and therefore they were immediately deployed to the coordinates that the French were constantly giving for the vessel.
With no GPS, the aircraft needed to maintain constant visual contact with the vessel named the Deep Diver.
It was very important to continue to track the vessel, and round the clock, this was during the day and at night, they sent up light aircraft to continue that monitoring.
As the Deep Diver entered British waters, the suspects on board knew they were being watched from all sides.
The cutters who were surveilling the Deep Diver were able to observe the barrels being jettisoned by someone on that particular vessel into the English Channel.
The cutter crew decided to strike.
They don't know what they're going to find. It could be that there are firearms on board, and officers have met their death in doing this type of work before.
Once on board, the crew were arrested immediately. Meanwhile, the RIB team searched for the evidence. Their swift action recovered all the barrels containing one of the biggest hauls of cannabis for years.
And when all the barrels were recovered, it totaled 680 kilos of cannabis, which then had a street value in the region of about 3.5 to 4 million pounds. So it was a very significant seizure of cannabis. They were all eventually found guilty by jury trial, and they were sentenced to 9, 7 and 5 years.
Thanks to the cutters, 3 more drug smugglers were safely behind bars. Back in Bristol, John's waiting for the result of the last drug swab on the passengers from Amsterdam. The test result proves that the anonymous tip-off claiming they were carrying drugs was false.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll pack you back up.
Yep.
Quite happy, really. Yeah. He's very cool. We still don't understand why she would have told the immigration officer she's travelling on her own.
They got Pullman.
Have they?
Yeah. She goes for London and she's a visitor now. Kind of. So if you said which would justify why they swear.
But he's completely clean. Shoes, bag, passport.
But what began as a customs search has identified an immigration problem, and their contradictory accounts will help immigration with their inquiries.
But she said she was travelling on her own right there.
Yeah,
at the inception point.
And you get absolutely nicely for us if you don't want. She's not displaced then.
Oh, right, okay. I've just been to speak to immigration, and there's a problem with her passport in that it looks like she's doing lots of trips in and around Europe, possibly to disguise the fact that she's been staying in the UK for longer than she perhaps should be. And because she's made untruthful statements to immigration, it looks highly likely that they're going to be sending her back to the United States.
The couple are given the all clear by customs, but the female passenger will be detained, which won't please her new husband.
Immigration are keeping her there for the time being. They want to have a chat with her. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to help you with that. I mean,
the thing is,
I'm not
just because of my appearance.
No, it wasn't that.
No?
No. I can assure you it wasn't anything to do with your appearance.
Right.
All right. I mean, there are Your wife has said things which are concerning immigration at the moment, and that's why they want to talk to her about it.
That wasn't why you pulled us in there, was it?
I pulled you in separate to your wife.
You pulled me in because of my appearance.
It had nothing to do with your appearance.
I'm afraid I think it was.
All right, but
I think you're being prejudiced.
Okay.
I think it's
The man's anger gets him nowhere, and he storms off alone.
We've had a call from the duty-free shop that have told us that someone has bought a large quantity of cigarettes and tobacco. So what people do is they get a couple of boarding cards or get someone else to buy the goods for them. Apparently they're sitting in the pub.
Anyone flying within the EU has a duty-free allowance of 200 cigarettes, but criminals steal boarding cards to non-EU countries like Turkey and illegally purchase thousands of cigarettes. It's known as carousel fraud.
Hello guys, how are you? I just received information that you bought quite large quantities of cigarettes. Would that be correct?
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you off to today?
Turkey.
Turkey. Can I have your boarding pass, please?
But the man realises the game is up.
I'm lying, I'm going to Malta, he got on board this way.
Right, okay. Have you got a boarding pass for Malta? Yeah. Can I have a look at that there? Sorry.
Are you all flying to Malta?
No, they are going to Turkey.
Okay. Can I see all your passports, please?
They now need to work out who's to blame.
No, it's just, well, no, it's just my brass. We got a place out there. I mean, it's,
you can't buy them out there, no?
This is just a deal right there. It's to buy here. I mean, yeah, I know.
What we have been doing is they buy large quantities of cigarettes and then they evade controls by switching walking out domestic toilets and
no.
they're rebooking their flight.
Yeah.
So what we're going to need to do, we're going to definitely need to make sure that you get on your plane with your cigarettes and that you don't just walk out the airport.
If you just wait there a minute.
But Mike suspects the culprit may have to be arrested.
Just need to make sure I leave with it.
No, he should be nicked for that.
Why should he be nicked for it?
Because you're not allowed to buy them going within the EU, even if you're afraid, because he's taken them EU. We'll seize and report it, because they fraudulently use these. Hello, can I just run this past you, please? You know we've just been called up to the duty-free lounge. Some geezer has got his mates who are flying to Bodrum to buy him 4,000 fags, and he's flying on to Malta. And he's admitted he knows he's done wrong, but they're so expensive out there. He's got to come down, really, isn't he? All three of them, or seize and report, but it's an absolute offence, isn't it? Because it's a fraudulent. I think he'll need to come down. Okay, if you collect your bag.
The two passengers flying to Turkey will be allowed to leave, but the carousel fraudster isn't going anywhere.
What you've done so far is an absolute offence, which means at the moment, time is 13:25. I'm placing you under arrest on the suspicion of being involved in the fraudulent invasion of excise goods. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm the defence if you do not mention when questioned, something you may later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand that? OK, we're just going to go down to our customs suite now.
Am I going to make my flight today?
Not looking likely. What we're going to do, though, we're just going to take you downstairs.
OK.
We may seize the goods from you, we may need to ask you some more questions. At the moment, I can't say whether you will make your flight or not yet. All right, OK?
It may seem harsh for a few cigarettes, but the man has attempted to evade hundreds of pounds in tax. And if he's done it before, he may be going to jail. In Manchester, a flight from Paris has just arrived. Border officers have intercepted some suspicious baggage which started its journey in South America.
Okay, one.
These are in the name of Lopez.
Border officers are always on the lookout for anything suspicious. And it's the names on these bags that rang alarm bells.
It's just the fact that they're two similar cases with two different names, which smugglers have been known to use a method which we call the switch bag. They'll have two bags, one with drugs in and one just clean bag, depending on whether they get stopped or not. Depends which one they pick up.
The bags go back on the carousel.
Yes, then.
While Martin keeps watch to see who picks them up.
This way?
The officers now need to try and communicate with the passengers to find the source of the coke hit.
These bags, they belong to you? Yeah? One moment. In Spanish?
No, Chilean.
There may be a language barrier, but there's some words the son seems to understand.
Cocaine, heroin? No, cocaine, heroin? No. This is your bag. Okay.
The officers decide to swab the son's belongings first. The suspicions about cocaine were correct. But often coke hits can be caused by personal use. And working out the cause here will be easier said than done.
Quite high hits of cocaine off the inside of the gentleman's bag. Unfortunately, because they're non-English speakers, we can't really question to establish anything about misuse or anything. So whether he's a recreational user or not, we can't establish anything at the moment because he can't speak English.
In Gatwick, the flight to Malta is about to depart, but one passenger looks increasingly unlikely to be there in time.
What Duty Free said is that he was going out, apparently, and just asking to borrow people's boarding cards so that he could buy cigarettes.
He said, lend me your boarding card.
And they said, yeah, what, mate?
I'll get you a pint. And that's what
and that's where he's in there.
Well, that's how it works on the boats going
Of course it does, of course it does. That's what he's done. He don't know him. No way.
The cigarettes will definitely be seized, but the officers are waiting to hear back from the investigation team to find out if the man is going to be charged.
His flight's due at 15:30 departure time. Gate closes at 15:10. Obviously, depending on how official we need to be about it, is whether or not he misses his flight. Obviously, he's committed an offence, so if he misses his flight, that's his own problem.
As the fags get bagged, the news comes in that the man won't want to hear.
Unfortunately, I spoke to the investigation team. They do want us to take you down and they'll question you down there, OK? So we'll be moving in a couple of minutes.
With the illegal cigarette trade robbing over £1 billion a year from the Treasury, the man's crime is being taken seriously.
Hello, boss. Would you mind doing us a favour? Would you be able to contact British Airways and just say that he won't be making his flight? But it's just so that they don't hold the gate open and keep calling his name if he's not going to make it. All right? All right, lovely stuff.
The man is in serious trouble with the law, and his travel plans are in ruins.
Now, would you like somebody informed that you have been arrested and that you are here?
The thing is, she's in Malta. That's it. They're going to be waiting for me that end.
Doesn't matter where in the world
I mean,
they
it's
are.
just I don't want to scare her. I mean, can I speak to her or not?
You can indeed, yes.
Hello, Mummy. Is Mummy there a minute? Huh? Is she asleep? All right then. It's just the flight. There's a problem with the flight. It's yeah. I've rang her later. The flight's been delayed. Tell Natalie not to leave to the airport until I phone her. There's an engine problem or something. I don't know, but leave Mummy asleep. Don't wake her up. All right then. Bye. Bye.
The man is locked up until the investigation officers arrive. They later charged him with evasion of excise duty, and he's now awaiting sentence. Back in Manchester, there's more family problems. Officers are trying to communicate with the family from Chile, whose bags gave large hits for cocaine. Martin decides to play an unusual game of charades to work out if the son has used any drugs whilst abroad.
Papa, Mama? Yeah. Who's there?
Yeah.
One time. Soon. Days. Yeah. Who's there? Once. Yeah.
Under pressure, the son admits using cocaine.
3 weeks. 3 weeks ago. Okay. It's okay, yeah.
Out of earshot of his parents, the son clears up the source of the coke hit.
Mama, Papa.
And Martin promises to keep the confession under wraps. And knowing the son has used, speeds up the search.
Could be in trouble with his mummy and daddy, yeah? Maybe not with us, but Mummy and Daddy.
It also makes it easier to rule the family out as smugglers.
Because the gentleman had been cooperative with us, the family had been cooperative, there was no need to involve his mother and father. The guy's an adult. I also find people more truthful if you take them to one side, out of the presence of their parents. If I'd have managed to, if I'd have been able to ask that question directly in front of his parents, I don't think he would have been as honest. I asked him the question, have you used cocaine? He said he had once. I asked him how long ago, he said 2 to 3 weeks. And that is borne out by the presence of the traces in the areas we found.
Thank you. Adios.
Adios.
At Manchester Airport, a flight has just arrived from Pakistan. Officers are on the lookout for drug smugglers and have pulled over 2 men for a bag search.
Yeah, mate, just bring your bag down here for me.
Pakistan is a known source country for heroin, and officers conduct initial swab tests for any traces. There's been a recent surge of heroin seizures coming in from Pakistan. Surprisingly, Officer Gary gets a small hit for cocaine from his passenger's suitcase. Having got an initial trace, Gary swabs the man's clothes for any further hits.
He said he hasn't used for 3 months, but he's a regular user of cocaine, which will be here, which he uses the cocaine because it's not very accessible in Pakistan.
But this time, he gets an even bigger hit for heroin.
It's given heroin hits. I need an explanation basically from where they're coming from.
It could take a while to get to the bottom of this one. In Gatwick's South Terminal, UK border officers are targeting a flight to Jamaica looking for money connected to crime using sniffer dog Toby.
Just lower your bag for me. Just a quick customs check.
Toby's job is to find large amounts of cash. Anything more than 1,000, and handler Mark will want to investigate further.
Hiya. Are you carrying any money with you today? Yeah. How much you roughly have with you?
I do about 10,000 from the bank.
£10,000. 10,000.
It's a lot of cash leaving the country, and Paul will now want some answers.
The dog has detected some currency, and you've said you're carrying about £10,000. Is that all your money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul wants to know what the money is for.
I was thinking of buying a car down there.
The car that you're going to buy? Yeah, do you know what you're going to buy?
It's a Honda.
A Honda. Yeah. And how much are you going to spend on it?
I think it's about 2,200.
And you've got 10 grand there, though?
Yeah, but
The man's explanation becomes confusing.
It's about 1.5.
What are you going to do with the rest?
You the bag alone.
Rest of the money, that's 2,500. 2,500?
No, the car costs 1.45 million.
How much are you going to spend on the car?
This car I'm trying to advocate it like, about 1.3, 1.4.
Say again, say slowly.
I'm going to try and get it for like about 1.3, 1.4 million.
Right, which in sterling, in English money, how much are you going to pay?
That would be like about 9,000 something.
9,000
yeah.
for a Honda.
Yeah.
And how old would that be?
Huh?
How old would the car be?
It's about, I think it's 2002.
And cars in Jamaica are very expensive to buy second-hand, aren't they? Yeah? So you're going to be prepared to spend like nearly £10,000 on a 2002 car?
Paul thinks the story sounds suspicious.
As a customs officer, I'm interested in, as I said, large amounts of currency that are leaving or entering the UK. You have a substantial amount of cash with you today. Okay, that's the reason I'm taking so long with it.
As I said, I didn't know there was going to be so much problem. I didn't have to take it with me.
Do you have any details of the car that you might want to buy with you?
No, it's an Honda. Yeah? So I think it's an Honda car. Yeah? It has spoiler and everything in it. I don't have no details on it.
You don't have any. Could you provide those sort of details? Can you provide details of the bank loan to me?
If I can provide details.
Yeah.
The closest. Not now, this minute.
Not now, this minute.
The closest I could go to that.
Can I just see the money now I've searched the bags again?
Huh?
Can I just see the money again, please?
That's a different one.
What's how many's in here?
There is 5,000.
And the other one?
5,000.
Let's have a look. And the other?
2 bucks, sir.
How much have you got together? How much have you got altogether?
In these?
Yeah.
5,000.
10,000 altogether. Okay, what I need to do is you hold on to your money. If you wait there, I've just got to do a couple of checks, okay?
If Paul thinks the cash has criminal connections, it will be seized, and the man's holiday could be over before it's begun.
They got 7 checks in bags, unfortunately, between them all. There's 3 of them travelling. The 10,000 belongs to the one person. It's from a consolidated loan. There's no documentation regarding the money, apart from the envelope it's in from a bank. It says it's going to cost me about £500 a month to pay it back. To buy a car in Jamaica.
Buy a car?
Yeah.
So they got family over there?
He's Jamaican. He's
Oh, he
Jamaican.
lives there, does
No, he lives here. He works
Why does he
here.
want to buy a car in
Because he's over there a lot.
With no evidence where the £10,000 came from, Toby may have helped find cash intended for drugs.
Have you done a P&C at all?
Paul wants to find out if the man has a criminal record, but with the flight now nearly ready to depart, time is running out.
How long before the gate closes?
Well, it's supposed to go at 5 past.
Right. Okay, got a few minutes.
I don't know, yeah.
Okay.
Back in Manchester, Officer Gary has found a high trace of heroin from a passenger's clothes who's travelled back from Pakistan.
Okay, now that, you seen me swabbing the inside of his shoe, when you've seen me swabbing the shoelaces. Right, obviously you've had them on your feet. How long have you had them?
About 8, 9 months.
Okay. Anybody else wear them? No, just me. Okay. Well, I've just swabbed the inside of them. When you're wearing these, you're going to sweat through your feet and you're going to sweat through your paws and your hands, right? Now I'm getting heroin hits and cocaine hits. Quite a strong heroin hit from the soles of them shoes. You used to smoke heroin? Okay. So while you've been in possession of them shoes, you've smoked heroin before and cocaine? Okay. When was the last time you used heroin or cocaine?
About 2 or 3 months ago.
2 or 3 months ago.
I've been clean up so now.
You're clean up so now. You're registered heroin addict at all, or you have been, yeah? Okay.
The man's honesty about personal use explains the hits. But officers have a duty to investigate his belongings further to ensure he's not smuggling drugs into the country.
Happy with that, I think.
But officers are convinced that he's not drug smuggling and he's free to go.
No one worried about anything. Or worried, obviously, I wouldn't be worried. I'd be sweating, you know what I mean? So I've got nothing to hide, so I'm all right.
In Gatwick, the flight to Jamaica is nearly fully boarded, but the passenger is still waiting to hear if he'll be allowed to leave with his £10,000.
Yes. So with your agreement, can I go ahead and seize it? Okay, £12.55 for the seizure of the money.
It's not good news for the passenger.
I'm not satisfied what you've told me regarding the cash. Okay, you're telling me it's come from a bank, but I don't know that.
It was withdrawn from Barclays Bank.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but listen to me. As a customs officer, okay, I can't always believe what people tell me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a good customs officer, would I?
Is there any other way you could prove it without...
I can't do it here this morning. I will be holding on to the money today. I will be seizing this cash, this £10,000. You're not under arrest, and you're entitled to leave the UK and go on your holiday to Jamaica today, but you won't be taking the cash with you, okay? Doesn't mean that you won't be getting the cash back at some further stage. At the moment, I'll need to seize it for the purpose of the further investigation. Okay? Will you be travelling on the flight today? Okay. That's fine. He's going to travel, so he doesn't need to offload the bags. Yeah.
With just seconds to spare, the officers are now rushing to get the man on board.
£12.55.
But with 10 grand at stake, he wants to make sure all the paperwork is correct.
Do you want to get your flight?
Yeah, but at the end of the day...
You've got a few minutes before the gate closes, okay? This is the receipt for the seized cash. That means I am taking £10,000 from you today because I need further evidence from you to tell me where the cash is originated from and what the intended purpose is for. That's the reason I'm seizing the cash. Okay, this is a receipt.
The flight is going in a couple of minutes.
Right, we sign it.
You really need to move.
Ask another question now, yeah? What is the difference now if I come through with 2 or 3 credit cards and still spend 10,000 pounds?
Yeah? Then you'd have been alright. The credit card has an audit trail. Cash doesn't. That's the problem.
Yeah, but then
if you want to catch your flight, you need to give me
hassle, yeah? Everything is just paperwork. I didn't know you have to carry so much paperwork just to go to the airport. I think you just need a passport and don't carry the contraband.
Sir, listen. If you want to make your flight, you have to go on now.
If you even miss that flight, yeah, I don't even care because the insurance company still have to pay back my money.
Thank you.
I'm a loss of time.
The passenger's not happy, but he's made the flight, and it gives the cash team time to ensure the money doesn't have any links to crime.
With cash, he came across as pretty upfront about it. He was carrying the money, but I'm not satisfied with what the end use of the cash is for. And we're particularly with bringing, not saying this gentleman would be the case, but with drugs. Drugs are so much cheaper to buy quantity-wise in Jamaica, and you could buy a lot of drugs for £10,000. I'm not sure that this man is totally involved in that, but people do. And obviously, if we can take the cash out at the beginning and do further checks, more the better.